Here's a Glenn Greenwald subtweeting me again. So dope. A bulk of left media is this. The Dems suck, dude. I know, bro, but we got to vote for them. For sure, dude. I do. Hangs edgy flag. Directs everyone to vote for Gavin Newsom. They're the key to DNC success. Lets people feel edgy while they vote like they're MSNBC wine moms. I mean, don't vote for the fucking Democrats. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care. Why is he so fucking triggered about the USSR flag? Like, he is such a fucking reactionary, dude. I swear to God. He cries more about the USSR flag than, like, Republicans do, bro. Jesus Christ. What a baby.
We're going to take a quick...
So here's another Ryan Long comedy. This is, like, the extreme centrist comedy that, of course, you will notice is, like, you know, weirdly slanted towards the right again. My new friends are Googling you because they asked who I'm watching and they're going bananas over how hot you are. Oh, thank you.
Quick break here to tell you about our sponsors. Now, this episode is brought to you by Bunker Vitamins. The world is ending, folks. You're going to want all the nutrients that you can get.
All right, comrades. This next segment is brought to you by Monsanto and Pepsi Cola.
Now, this is...
I love this because it's like, first of all, it's funny because, like, the Republican side is funny. But who the fuck on the left actually it gets sponsorships by any of those big corporations?
Anti-critical race theory cup. For those of you who hate propaganda, you're going to love drinking out of this.
And that tax the rich moment was brought to you by Amazon and China National Petroleum.
This is just a mug that says liberals are bad.
Angie's List and Chase Bank.
Folks, I can't wait to tell you about this new product, Freedom
Angie's List. Love Angie's List. And
Water.
Chase Bank.
Now, this is just a jug of water for those who love freedom. Good old-fashioned American H2O.
Citadel and Berkshire.
Look, if you want to criticize someone, okay, just make up a guy. There it is. And then people that, especially if you're in the center and you don't want to come across like you're, you know, making fun of the right a little too much, just make up a guy. Yeah. Comrade Cast with Nathan Cox, sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Citadel.
Hathaway.
January 6th, commemorative Patriot Plungers. Now, if you use the promo code ElectionStolen...
This podcast is also a collaboration with Netflix Podcast Studio, HBO, and Hulu.
Now, this is Second Amendment computer paper here. It's just a blank sheet of paper for those out there that love the Second Amendment.
State Farm Insurance, if you want to save.
This is a Patriot pillow, folks. As you know, the Civil War is about to happen. You're going to want a good night's sleep first.
10 reasons why you should get boosted, brought to you by Pfizer.
Now, the segment 10 Reasons Why the Economy is Crashing is actually brought to you by Gold Bars. Now, this is just an actual gold bar that you can buy with the promo code PATRIOT. Let them know we sent you.
But do you know who's really into equity and inclusion? Mercedes-Benz. Now, this is a top-of-the-line vehicle. Handles curves like no other in its class.
Now, I recommend you get on this because, as you know, the American dollar will be as good...
I've never, like... where are these sponsors, bro? I'm trying to get me sponsored up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with these sponsy boys, dude. Is that happening? Like, who's getting these sponsors? This podcast is sponsored by Frigidaire. Just kidding. Are you on that Bezos check, though? Yeah, dude, I'm on a platform called Twitch.tv that is also a part of the massive Amazon conglomerate. That doesn't mean I'm like, oh, yeah, I fucking love Amazon. Thank you so much, Jeff Bezos. There's a difference between, like, being on a fucking platform that happens to be owned by Jeff Bezos because he owns everything versus being sponsored by Amazon. Like getting upset at 90% of the internet for being on AWS. They could have done HelloFresh for the left and then talked about them being anti-union. When have I've never had a HelloFresh sponsorship.
Good as dust in less than a week.
If you buy 2 cars this holiday season, they will throw in your pronouns on the license plate. No charge.
Now, that left-wing cringe moment was brought to you by America First Dirt. Now, this is just good old-fashioned American dirt.
Oh! so cringe. Anyways, that right-wing cringe moment is brought to you by Soros Fund Management.
Now, this is the real deal dirt here. You're not going to find this kind of dirt in hellholes like Venezuela.
Planned Parenthood.
Mothers Against Prosecution Reform.
And that is why we need to raise the minimum wage. Now let me tell you about Apple worldwide. They are opening factories around the world.
If you want to stand up and say, no, I will not let America be turned into Venezuela by the end of this calendar month, you're going to want this can opener.
0.001% of those profits will be going to help marginalized genders.
0.001% of the profits.
I literally see people call leftists online hypocrites because they're on a site that uses AWS. Yes. Yeah, those people are fucking psychotic, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, those people are absolute fucking psychos.
From bunker vitamins go to supporting the troops.
Oh my God, we got 100K from the Democratic Party. I just want to say that Joe Biden is a great, sharp, cognizant president. He is the GOAT. And get your vaccines.
Now, this is the Patriot blind cane for the visually impaired patriots. Just because you can't see doesn't mean you have to be blind to the onslaught the Biden administration is waging on your family. Use promo code Let's Go Brandon.
I'm personally of the mind that bunker ties should not be associating with the Patriot Hour. I would email them immediately.
As some of you may have heard, Bunker Ties has parted ways with us after a little bit of heat on Twitter, and I just want to say that Bunker Ties does not support freedom of speech. I recommend anyone watching at home burn their bunker ties immediately. This is no longer a tie for people who love America.
Maybe you should just contact their employer.
So Patriot Water has in fact dropped us as a sponsor, and I recommend everyone at home burn their Patriot Water, effective immediately.
All right, let's do a local fair trade organic coffee review brought to you by McDonald's. I am loving it.
Patriot pipe cleaners. Now, this is a great way to fight back against a totalitarian government trying to put your kids in Chinese internment camps.
And these burgers were made with 100%.
The conservative sponsors and plugs are on point law. I mean, it's true for like liberal podcasts for sure. I think liberal podcasts do get a lot of sponsorship. I mean, fucking, what do you call it? The Podjohns have, they slap with fucking podcasts. You know what I mean? It's NPR, Podjohns, but I wouldn't say that those are comrades. You know what I mean? They would not, like, they're expressly anti-communist, so it's kind of weird. And I've never seen like a single leftist, like truly leftist fucking podcast or show actually get any sort of sponsorship like this. I probably have more fucking sponsorships than most other leftist content creators, given my size.
Yeah, brain rot ban incoming.
And I don't know. I've never, like, I've gotten fucking gaming sponsorships, but that's it. Centrist right wingers are too dumb to realize that everything left of them is a monolith like the right is.
100% local diversity hires.
Now this here's a Patriot bath bomb. For those of you lucky enough to escape the communist takeover, you're going to want to treat your wife to something nice.
And just a reminder, we have 4 days left until climate change destroys the planet, so just a reminder to fly American.
Remember, the apocalypse is coming.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Good old-fashioned American H2O.
Leftist YouTubers do have like Audible and Curiosity Streams type sponsors. Yeah, but that's it. You know what I mean? You also don't control some of the ads that Cass puts on your podcast, but you would never do a read for one of these corporations? No. Actual conservative sponsors be like Trumpy Bear and weird pseudoscience pills, while liberal sponsors are like Squarespace and Raid Shadow Legends.
Sorry.
How big is your platform versus people like Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson? Probably not bigger than Ben Shapiro's. No, I think Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder are still a lot bigger than mine, I think. Or I don't know. Not gonna lie, this wasn't bad in the beginning, but almost 4 minutes. Yeah, this is like, they really fucking hammed it up. They found a joke and they like ran it into the ground.
By all that is holy, I summon fish moly. By all that is holy, I summon fish moly. By all that is holy, I summon fish moly. By all that is holy, I summon fish moly. By all that is holy, I summon fish moly.
I'd love to see which comrade be sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway. That'd be sick. Me, dude. Me. If you get sponsored by Citadel, I would actually boycott you. Yeah, dude. I'm going to go get sponsored by Citadel. What are you, fucking insane? Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Why would I ever do that? The entire purpose of why I don't, like, the entire purpose of me making all of my money from subscriptions,
really simple to
the overwhelming majority of my revenue comes from subscriptions, okay? You guys subscribing to me. That gives me the fucking freedom to say fuck you to all of these other big sponsors that come through.
Keep up the hard work. You do
when
so
they
much
do
for this community.
Obviously, the creators of this are the true libs since they use the libest joke construction of them all. The SNL beat the joke to death skit. Citadel would probably give you a take hand. Why? I can buy it on my own. Why would I need a fucking company to give it to me? And the reality is, like, streamers make a fuckload more money. One, depending on what kind of deal they have, running ads. And two, which I didn't even know at the time, by the way. And two, from sponsorships. Like that's and merchandising. That's where streamers make money off of, like way more money off of the rather than subscriptions. But I think subscriptions is better because it's consistent
and misery.
It keeps you honest. It is better overall than anything else. Dan Bongino in the big business of returning Trump to power. Why are people saying H3 is sponsored by the Clintons? No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that is true, but maybe. I don't know. The more money you have, the more free stuff you get.
Black heart, black heart, black heart, black heart. Love you gesture.
Wholesome. What is this, dude? You're like sending me boomer memes on Twitter. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean it's fantasy, right?
He's become less
when you looked at all the right-wing sponsorships on that sketch, when you looked at all the right-wing sponsorships, like you've seen all of those sponsorships. Maybe not on every single right-wing outlet, but pretty close to it. Whereas I can't think of a single fucking leftist broadcaster that's ever gotten a sponsor from the DNC. You know what I mean? Like, so it's fine. I mean, it's satire, so who cares? You know, ultimately it's funny. What up, Russell? It's satire. It's supposed to be funny. This satirical video is based on an undeniable truth. The bulk of mainstream corporate billionaire money resides in and supports liberal left, not right-wing media. Yeah, bro. Like PragerU, for example, not sponsored directly by fucking billionaires or Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder or every other fucking Republican psycho. It's like, this is just reactionary garbo, dude. As the Dem Party became the preferred vehicle of oligarchs, their largesse goes to those urging votes for it. Or, how about this? And this is going to sound really crazy. How about some fucking theory, Glenn? How about please, like, you know, use that big brain of yours, Glenn? How about oligarchs fund both fucking parties, Glenn? Because it doesn't matter. Because under a bourgeois electoral system, the entire purpose of having a two-party structure is to make it seem like there's actually a choice, when in fact, both parties are probably going to operate in a nearly identical capacity, Glenn. That's kind of the point, Glenn. What the fuck? It's so stupid to make this take. The marginal differences between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party rely on the culture war issues and rely on how far Republicans are, you know, choosing to go with respect to harming, you know, large swaths of the fucking population, like directly harming them. at the behest of a tiny but very active minority of voters, like a voting bloc. It's really fucking stupid. Joe Rogan reached peak PR brain rot. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. But that's silly. It's like, it's super silly. Ultimately, I'm honest. Okay, I talk about my biases. Oh, and his impression is, a bulk of left media is, the Dems suck, dude. I know, bro, but we gotta vote for them. For sure, dude. I do. Hank's edgy flag directs everyone to vote for Gavin Newsom. They're the key to DNC success. Lets people feel edgy while they vote like they're MSNBC wine moms. Wall Street is shunning Trump campaign donations to Biden are 5 times larger. Silicon Valley opens his wallet for Joe Biden. Yeah. Glenn Greenwald acts like I don't talk about all this shit. It's so stupid. I'm just going to say. What is he worried about fucking getting bullied on Twitter? This motherfucker lives in Brazil, where his life is like actually under threat, but like he's subtweeting me like a 14-year-old Stan Twitter engager. What the fuck? It's crazy. What's the alternative? Vote for an even more repulsive GOP? Yeah. A flag of one of the biggest superpowers of the last 100 years is an edgy flag. Yeah, he's just like, he's such a coward, dude.
You have every right to say he's a pawn of Peter Thiel because Glenn Greenwald is on Rumble.
I remember you were capping for this motherfucker not that long ago. I mean, I was caping for him because I thought that people shitting on him at the time were being absolutely they were being ridiculous. Like, Glenn Greenwald gets or used to get a lot of shit for undeserved criticisms by liberals.
By that logic, me an Amazon delivery driver is rich cause Bezos.
But now he's just
anyway,
like,
love you, Hasan, and chat
now he's just like constantly feeding into the steady diet of like reactionary hatred and baseless critique. Going so far as to say that like I'm not an advocate for Julian Assange.
This stupid thing pops up every time
it's so stupid. Vote for Gavin as opposed to who? Such a dumbass say from him. Like, exactly. No, we just clocked him as a right-wing grifter before you did. No, because when you were clocking him as a right-wing grifter, people that were shitting on him were shitting on so much other stuff, especially whenever I said, whenever I used to say, like, it doesn't matter what Glenn is doing now, he's just, like, gone off the deep end a little bit, but it doesn't change the reality of his, like, earlier work, his older work. And that's still true. Saw your 4chan based meme today about the internet connection of Android applications. What?
Let's go.
So the left made him into a reactionary? Dude, people don't turn into reactionaries because of the left, okay? Quite literally, you are a reactionary as a consequence of reacting to progress, okay? There's no, like, think about how much shit I get from the quote-unquote left. Do you see me fucking turning? Do you see me tucking my tail and turning into a fucking psychotic boomer Republican? No, because that's not how that works. People who say the left turned me into who I am today are just fucking cowards. They're stupid. They change their thoughts on a fucking whim. They have no moral grounding. They have no they haven't thought about like the actions and consequences of their advocacy. Okay?
So altogether, Hasan.
It's really, really stupid. Please stick with the title topic. Biden is the PC sellout. Ignore him. Please stick with the title topic. What the title topic? What is the title topic? The title is I'm streaming and I'm going to talk about a multitude of different things. I don't really agree with that take at all. Dude, you are motivated to become reactionary by social conditioning, okay? By people telling you that the world is a certain fucking way. If you are like, oh man, the left got too PC for me, so now I don't believe in fucking climate change, you're a psycho. You just like, you're either a grifter or you're an idiot. That's it. I get, like I said, I get shit on regularly by those who consider themselves to be leftists all the time. People who say that they're fucking progressive and say that they are, you know, actually the real leftists or whatever the fuck. All the time. What, now I believe that, like, what, black people aren't disproportionately targeted by the police because, you know, people got upset at me? No. Oh, man. Black Twitter said I was racist. So now, you know, all of my convictions, throw that out the door. So stupid. You, it's Bernie just stupid. If you, then you had nothing. You had no convictions. They weren't worth anything. Being a progressive person or being a leftist,
now thanks to you and my wonderful partner,
doesn't mean being a leftist when it's fucking fashionable.
Thanks for helping me figure out.
It means having these attitudes and these convictions regardless of whether or not you know you're going to lose, okay? And pushing through because you're, you know, you're of the attitude that you're on the right side of history. You're of the attitude that you want to make the world a better place. Or for the marginalized communities that you talk about, that you advocate for. You care about equality. You don't care about, you know, feeling good because you have the right kinds of values. It shouldn't be about that. Is it possible his whole reason for releasing documents was to make Obama look bad? Would he have kept reporting similarly if he was a president, right? Maybe he's a grifter all along. See, that's like, I don't like that. This is what I'm talking about. This idea that like Glenn only wanted to make Obama look bad and that's why he like worked with Edward Snowden. No, fuck that. That's not true. Shut up. It's not a fucking team sport is what I'm trying to say. There is no team that you're on the side of.
9 months.
Okay? Pragmatism makes you deviate from ideological puritanism. Your views change, and that does not make you an idiot. I mean, if you don't consider me to be pragmatic, I don't know what to tell you. No. He's literally getting mad at me for having a pragmatic approach to the realpolitik side of things. He is this subtweet is literally Glenn Greenwald being like, "You're not ideologically pure enough to be a leftist. You're actually a DNC operative because you recognize that, like, well, what's the alternative to a fucking Gavin Newsom recall? Having a goddamn Republican like Larry Elder be the governor? That's the viable alternative. That's what we're looking forward to. So that is when I am being pragmatic. And even then, I'm honest. I tell you that Gavin Newsom sucks ass. And that change is not going to happen under Gavin Newsom, nor will it happen under Larry Elder, or the kinds of change with Larry Elder would have been, you know, worse off. Thank you, Encephalus, for the 5 of the subs.
Hello, fellow radical liberals.
The only thing that you're showcasing when you full-blown turn your entire worldview around at the lightest kind of criticism is that you didn't really hold on to those values at all. You were just like performatively fucking screeching about shit. And some people are like that. Okay? And there's nothing you can do about it. But it is very, very strange whenever people fucking, you know, tell me that I'm doing all this when I'm doing all the right things, in my opinion. I think you're ignoring the real danger of tankies in the left that need to be cleaned out. Shut the fuck up. You're such a fucking idiot. Like, you're the dumbest person on the planet. If you unironically have this absolute baboon-headed take, dude. Oh, the left needs to be purged of the tankies. Like, what? Who? Who the fuck are you talking about, dude? What kind of power does the fucking supposedly tankies have? Dude, are they in the room? Are they hurting you? If they hurt you, are they in the room with us right now? What is a tanky? Like Stalinists? People who believe that like the USSR and Stalin was fucking poggers? That's who? The 12 people? You're upset about like 12 idiots who are LARPing? That's who you're upset about? Man, it's crazy. We gotta really, you know, we gotta purge the fucking Shining Path supporters from this community. They're really crazy. Anyone who spends more than 3.5 seconds, other than just like making fun of a particular subgroup on the left, but spends more than 3.5 seconds on like a particular fucking fraction or ideology of the left and is like, we need to purge these people, is doing a disservice. Okay, is ridiculous. Leftists get real nervous when one of those 12 morons end up on a TV interview somewhere. Who cares? Like you with anarchists? I mean, I joke about anarchists. Like, I joke about them all the time. Shut the fuck up. You know it's a joke. Like, they're still well-intentioned. And they're still in the forefront of, like, activism. They do a lot more than most other people do. It's a joke. Sometimes they get annoying, but who cares? Anyway. Feels like a semi-large leftist debate lord has taught a bunch of 15-year-olds that tankies are an enemy. He's just like, Leftists talking about anarchists versus tankies reminds me of 8th grade, and people are saying the preps are going to fight the jocks after school with the skaters. Yeah, it's like, it's so childish. We're like stuck in this like mythological Red October, you know, revolution that leftists fantasize about when there's no fucking organizational grounding. There's no labor militancy. There's not even fucking labor unions in this country. And you dumbasses on the internet are just like jerking off back and forth about like, I don't know, man. It's really fucked up. Like, oh, these tankies. Oh, well, remember when they purged the anarchists? Remember when Stalin killed a fuckload of anarchists? Like, that's how I feel like right now. It's like, no, you're nothing. Like, you're not feeling like that because you live in the United States of America. Okay? A country where we don't offer health care. A country where only 10% of the working population is actually unionized. A country where we are the only OECD nation that doesn't offer federally mandated paternal leave or family leave. We're the #1 in prisoners per capita. Okay? You live here, dumbass. Shut the fuck up about, man, tankies. Like, you're so stupid. You're a child. Anyway, first anything about